really like that part, but we're going to do a hard cut to my face. Hello and welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope life is treating you kindly. And I hope you're able to find moments to enjoy whatever you're experiencing. Whether that be genuinely or in jest, I suppose. Not ingesting like eating, but in, making light of the situation wherever possible and appropriate. It's important to make jokes, but also important to know when to not. So, I don't know. This is exactly what I've been dealing with. Social maneuvering. So difficult. So nuanced. Is that a segue to my letting you know what I'm doing next stream tomorrow? Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to listen to the presidential debate and tell people why debating is weird. I think. I haven't seen it, so that's probably what's going to happen. So you know what? Tomorrow, sure, I'll be stressed. I'll be doing a lot of work. I'll be trying to navigate the complex landscape that is United States politics. But today, we'll be just listening to the song, putting it together. I think we're ready to get into the next part of the revelation, the next part of the experience. I have a couple ideas that I've been wanting to get into, but that's what today's for. We'll see how that goes. I know the next part will have stuff in it. It's about as far as I've gotten, so I don't know. Who's ready to see what happens? I think I might be. Let's go over to this other view where you can see my Logic project and my face. A drop becomes the ocean is what this song is called. If you saw the last video, which you probably did, but probably not, it's available on YouTube currently. It might still be available on Twitch as I'm saying this, but it's not going to be there for much longer. I am not an affiliate, so I don't get extra bonus stuff. I am close though, really close. All I need is a few more followers, and then I'll be able to do something, go to the next level kind of thing. That said, why don't we listen to our track here, A Drop Becomes the Ocean, and then I'll remind you of our story, the narrative unfolding in the wake of the single note. And then it just kind of fades out, Where do we go from here? What's the next step? What do we introduce? I think that depends on how we want to interpret and extrapolate the experience of the protagonist. The protagonist being the single drop, the single note in the beginning, whose eyes are open to the interconnectedness of the fabric of reality, to the experience of being the ocean. The revelation is introduced, the ground in the sky, consistent and grounding, to say the least. Our anchor coming in, offering stability in the wake of revelation. The protagonist, in their sense of self, reestablishing, finding ground once again. And then we have the moment after the initial thought. The moment of recontextualizing, where this new revelation, this new perspective begins to, what's a good way to put it? Begins to integrate into the paradigm that we possess. What does that sound like is the next question. And I have a few ideas, actually. So if we take a look over here, you might remember we've got a lot of automation stuff going on. I think we can use that to our advantage once again. So I want to put, where should this be? The protagonist is on the top line, obviously. That's the surface. Just underneath Revelation, we'll have a new software instrument track. Let's see here. We're going to just make this pretty straightforward, pretty easy. We're going to use the same chord progression, but it's going to sound very different. So I'm actually just going to grab this and put it here. And we'll see how this feels. That's pretty good. I like that. I think I can get into that. There's a lot of it doesn't happen very quickly, which, you know, I want to consider. When we have the experience of revelation, does the recontextualizing happen quickly, or do we have a moment of pause, a moment of clarity before the rushing of ideas overwhelms? How long is that moment? Is it this long? That is pretty good, actually. I do like that. And we're working in Logic, so honestly, if we want to make it shorter, that is one of the easiest things to do. You just grab everything and move it over. That's it, and then it's shorter now. So it's we don't have to stick with everything that we come up with. But what is this? What is this instrument? What is this thing I'm trying to capture? I want it to be arpeggiated. So it's going to be an arpeggiated synth. Going through the chord progression, offering motion to the coloration. And that would be... no, I don't want that word. That would be pretty good, though. I was thinking felicity would be nice. I'll just call it euphoria. Euphoria is a solid word, classic word. Always good to have. Okay, so now we can design this. We can also do another thing, which is taking... We'll just do this real quick. Copy, and then undo, and then paste. Just take the tail end of the chord progression and bring it back over here so we can... I want to fade it in to signify the rushing. So let's take a listen. Okay. Obviously, it's not going to sound like that. Now we get to do the fun part, where we take this instrument and choose something else. Let's again go to our list of synthesizers. I still have not downloaded all of the extra things. But you know what? I think that's fine. Why don't we do... We could do a lead. They got a lot of those. Of course, a lot of these leads are very much in your face. Chill keys, probably not, though. I do want to hear that. I guess that's chill. I mean, it sounds cold, if a sound can sound cold. Early morning lead. Well, that's the end of my day. That's when I go to bed. I don't know. Would it capture that? I don't think it's supposed to. I think you're supposed to wake up in the morning. That's pretty cool. I don't think it's good for this, but it is pretty cool. Screaming lead. Yeah, I used to like that a lot. I remember those days. Test tone oscillator lead. Well, that one sounds fun. Let's check it out. That, I do like that a lot, actually. Can I use that for something else? Or can we just play around? Let's go ahead and just play around. So we're going to go to the MIDI effects on the channel strip. Throw in the arpeggiator. Now we can do 16th notes. That's the default. Going up. I think going up is a good motion for us. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we'll keep it at 1 there. That's just fun. I like that. That's a lot of fun. Let's see if we can play around with it though. Maybe we have some stuff we can do. Okay, so all right. I might actually be able to, let me take all of this. There we go. I just played the one note. That sounds wild. Okay. Maybe we keep it. Maybe we don't. Maybe we do whatever we want because we can. There we go. That's just fun. That's just fun to listen to sometimes. Let's see what we can do about it, though. If we have that... Ooh, I know what we can do. Let's do this. Remember that thing that I showed you that one time? We're going to do that. We're going to do that thing that I showed you that one time. If I can remember how to do it. Which I think I can. So we'll just have 2. We'll go over here. Change this to ES. Is it M? I don't think it's M. M doesn't let me do it. We want to go to, boy, ES2. Yeah, ES2. Okay, so we bring it all the way down here. We turn off 1 and 3. We bring it over here. Attack, decay, sustain, release. Attack, decay, sustain, release. There we go. So now we have that. We can go to these, turn those off. And we have our thing. All right, perfect. So here's what we can do, right? We can add rhythm to the rhythm with the gate trigger system that I put together there. But first, let's listen to this, see what this is like. Okay, obviously, we're going to mess around with that. What I'm thinking is we can just go into, we'll keep it track. We'll go into the channel EQ high cut frequency, which is right here. We'll leave it there. Bring this down, pull it back all the way down here. Just get rid of that. We don't need that going on. We can do this, hold this button, bring it like that, and then see what that sounds like. And then we have that going on. So, fun little thing. Now that we have that set up, we can change the synth at any point and come up with whatever we want. I do like using the retro synth. I think that's a good idea for that particular part of the song. Of course, we can always go through our settings here, or just mess around with it, make whatever we want. We got the default table. That's fine. Bus 4, channel EQ with our arpeggiator. All right. Sounds good. Now we can do this. Go to, what was it, dynamics. Then we go to noise gate, stereo, side chain. We got to go to our ES2 track, change the output to a bus. We're going to go with bus 14. Bus 14 is going to go nowhere. No output. So now we can't hear it. It exists, but we can't hear it anymore. It's not there. So sidechain, we're going to listen to bus 14. We're going to change the release to very short. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we can do, I don't know, what do we want to do? I'm just putting in a rhythm that I like. It's actually a rhythm I was teaching one of my students the other day. He liked it, I think. Yeah, he was having a good time. How about that? That's fun. We can just have that repeated. I think you can pull on the corner here and loop it out. That's pretty nice. You want to hear what that sounds like? I do. So I'm going to listen to it. That's pretty fun. Let's see, what can we do with that? We can probably close this a little bit. Maybe we can play around with the octaves, maybe the voicing. We can change the inversion, get it about the place that we want to listen to it, I guess. Wait, do we need... I guess we do need that information too. But if we go like this... Copy, and we'll paste it right down here. And that'll go... Yeah, sure, right there. Yeah, there we go. Then we can actually pull this back. We have a lot more noise, so we're going to start off louder and get louder. Same thing here. Get louder with it. I don't know if I might keep the revelation around. We have the euphoria going on. Let's see how it goes. That's pretty cool. That's fun. I like that. Let's have revelation. We'll have that one repeat as well. We'll bring it over here. Let's see what they sound like together. Okay. What if we did, on revelation, we did some automation. I want to do... Oh, that would be interesting. Having thoughts. That's what I'm doing right now. I was thinking maybe we could do a low cut filter on revelation active during this next part. Just so it can be more shimmery. Just taking up the higher octaves rather than, or the higher frequencies rather than going through all of that. So what we can do is we can do a noise gate as well if we wanted to. Sidechain to bus 14. We'll see what it looks like or sounds like, I guess. I don't know. Looks, sounds. It's all observation. And then we can go into here. We'll do the main insert to bypass. There we go. Bypass. So. Okay, that's not too bad. We can actually copy this part from Euphoria, throw it over here, bring this down, yeah, bring this back, I should say, so that it's not bypassed by the time that comes in. And then we can do, maybe just volume would work. We haven't done volume automation. Yeah, let's do a volume right here. We'll bring this over here. There we go. If that's the case, actually, I think we can get rid of the pad intro because that's playing the tonic chord. And we're working with the dominant once we get to that point. So let's see without that. Okay, so this actually is an octave higher, which is easy to change. There we go. So we can have that going. Yeah, okay. We'll want to do the EQ before the compressor, since this is an effect that we're doing. We're going to change this to 36, bring it up to, I don't know, 152 maybe. Let's see. We'll solo this, play this. Actually, we got to solo the... Of course, that dropped an octave too. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now we maintain the sound of the first part. No problem there. And then we get to the second part. And this is, we still have the outs to the buses, which are minimal, to say the least, but relevant. They exist. So we might keep that in mind as we take a listen to this transition. And then we go from there. So what I'm going to do as well is shorten this just a little bit. And then we have that going on. So that's fun. That's just fun. That's just nice and pleasant. I was listening to this song the other day. It's so nice and pleasant. That's the best way to put it. It's just nice and pleasant. This part has been bothering me. got too aggressive with all the changes. Okay, so we have that. Okay, that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and, I don't know, grab the sky. Bring that over. Give us something to land on, perhaps. Okay. We're going to want something more aggressive for this part. So what if we did... Oh, yeah, that would be wild. Yeah, we could do that. We can do crash right and crash left. That's so much all at once. So full. Let's make it more aggressive. More bright. More in your face. Okay, there we go. Then we can bring the ground back in as well. If we create a MIDI region, take a look at that one. So we can do that. And then which snare do we want to use? Oop. There we go. That's pretty nice. I kind of want to... Actually, maybe we change what the ground sounds like. With our reference point, you know, our frame of reference being the way reality seems to work. Maybe it changes. Maybe nothing is consistent. What if we added that there? Okay. All right, so we have some pretty colors. We have a lot going on. Is it enough? The answer is no. We need more. We need more things. This revelation is supposed to be life-changing. Always waiting just around the corner. What is going on with this? Is it just displaying weirdly? Yeah, it is. Okay. Never mind. I'm just being silly, I guess. All right. So here's what we do. We, under the anchor, or in the same section, I should say. Yeah, we got to do that one. We can create a software instrument track. Now, this is what I want to do. I want to go into synthesizer. I want to come up with, let's figure out some bass sounds. I'm going to turn on my MIDI controller and hopefully it works. It does seem to work, yes. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Artificial persona, that sounds fun. Yeah, well, there you go. It's right in your face. That sounds like somebody making a very weird face while they burp. That's pretty good. Aluminum sweep. I absolutely love how they name these things. Yeah, that one's fun. Let's remember that one. Bass destroyer. Do we really want to destroy things? Sounds like a bad Chewbacca impression, says my friend. What about this one? What do you think of this one? I mean, this one's called bass talk. Is that what you sound like when you talk? I could probably make that noise, but not like that. That is wild. That's talking. That's pretty cool. Bouncing. Do we want to bounce? I'm not sure. I remember breathless pumping. I did that one a long time ago. I think I forgot what key we're in, actually. I think it was A minor. That's what it was. That's breathless pumping. We don't want that. Or that. No, maybe that one. That one's fun. That's pretty fun. How about we do this? We'll take a few of these. We will just grab them, throw them in tracks so we can get to them quickly. How about that? EDM bass. Let's see here. Aluminum sweep. I also think that one's hilarious. That one just sounds ridiculous. So I want to keep that one too. We'll keep that one around. Let's see what else we have. Back to EDM bass. Crush stepper. Yeah, I guess that's pretty cool. I'm excited to get into the settings for these. Digital ghost bass. Dirty wobble. Needs a tissue or something, I guess. That sounds ridiculous. A classic. Dub machine. I kind of want to keep that one around. I want to do something with it. Something very specific, so I'm going to try. My friend says I'm about to drive. I'll be listening, but no comments from me for 20th minutes. Yes, 20th. Sounds good. I'll just be hanging out, doing whatever I get up to. So hopefully these random noises are appealing to you in some way. Yeah, listen to that. Is that appealing? Does that make you feel good on the inside? Or on the outside, I guess. Oh, it sounds ridiculous. I don't even know what happened there. What did I just listen to? Oh, that's wild. Okay. Oh, this one's dirty too. Filthy bass. Look at that. Yeah, it does sound dirty. Actually sounds like some kind of animal that you might keep as a pet if you really like animals, but you know everybody's nervous to come over to your house. That's pretty cool though. I'm skipping some of these. Fizzy sweeper. Yeah, that's a good description for that. Okay, so that's what we need for that. FM wobble bass on the retro synth. Something I've used many times, I'll tell you that. This one's called Gravity, like my book. My book doesn't sound like that, though. I can tell you what my book sounds like. It's very different from that, although this was pretty fun. Rawr. That's what it sounds like. Okay, grunge wobble bass. Heavy rotation might be good. That is rotating. If you're wearing headphones, I'm sure you can tell, unless I forced everything mono in the output, which I don't think I did. Actually, I might keep heavy rotation bass around too, just because I like listening to it. And if I like listening to it, and maybe I'll like it in this song, maybe I won't. Who knows? But yeah, Gravity. I can read that to you. Actually, I could recite it at this point. Heavy wobble. That's okay. Juicy. So this one's juicy. It has juice in it. I guess I could see that. Yeah. This one's liquid gold, which is different from juice, but let's see. Yeah, I guess liquid gold is, molten, isn't it? So that makes sense. I could see that. Massive grime bass. Everything's dirty over here. Massive wobble bass. How big is it? That's pretty big. Yeah. This one's mega, though. It sounds hollow. That's so weird. This one's mighty. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, that one's hilarious. Phantom bass. I remember that one. That one's fun. You can feel that one more than you can hear it, but that's because I have profound hearing loss. Is it from doing this? The answer is no. This is not what has caused my profound hearing loss. But, you know, maybe it doesn't help. We got a few other ones. Robo bass. Yeah, that sounds like a robo. Well, this one's screaming at you, so that's got to be nice. I mean, that is actually, I do like that. That is kind of nice. This one's sharp. Oh yeah, that one is sharp. Maybe we can use that one. How many more do we have? I've actually looked at a few of these. This one, not too bad. I think that one might fit the aesthetic a little more. I'm going to leave that there, and then we're going to come up with a bass line. So we'll start with the anchor. So I'm actually going to bring the bass line for the anchor over to this section, apparently on that track. But we're going to have it up here. So now what we can do is this little thing that I did a lot back in the day when I did this more often, where we just come up with motion. We come up with something, well, actually, that fits the vibe. So I see we have some new viewers here, so welcome. Why don't we listen to this song so far? This is A Drop Becomes the Ocean. I'm going to play it from the beginning for you. They apparently didn't like it, I guess. I don't know. The number went from 5 to 2, so I guess there's that. I liked it, which is why I'm doing it. Also because I like showing my friends the things I get up to, and we can't always hang out because life is difficult, and the capitalist paradigm makes it even more so. So we don't get to hang out much, but on the internet, I exist. Let's see here. What should we do? I actually want to go over to the heavy rotation bass. So if we can get into the ES2 here, we can actually figure out what we have going on. So it's the low frequency, 2, 3, 4. The LFO 2 is doing the whole thing that we're listening to. So we're actually going to draw it out to 1-1, which should sound like this. Sounds absolutely ridiculous. So if we have that, LFO2 is being used for, let's see here, LFO2 amp via off. Okay, perfect. We don't need that. That sounds ridiculous. Ooh, okay. So we have that. What if we did that? Bring this final note over here. We will cut, copy, undo, and paste, I guess. Yeah. There we go. So we have that. A little intro, which we can play around with, of course. go into automation. It looks like it, well, just kind of made up stuff. That's what it looks like. Looks like it made up stuff real quick. If we get rid of all of that, we can go over here, bring this down, over here, do the little bendy thing, and then maybe we have it start a little higher and get louder. No, I don't want a spotlight search. Okay, so we have that going on, which is cool. Let's get rid of that. I'll drop it down. Just make it look cleaner. If we have all of this going on, what do we do next? We get into the sky. We can write out the ground. Might give us a sense of how we want to do our greater rhythm, right? So we had this going on. So if we go down to the kick, we can do let's see. What if we did that instead? What do you think? This sounds ridiculous. What I'm putting together here for you. Just the sound of my voice, the random alternation, I think, going between these two random sounds at random points. What if we did that? I don't know what this sounds like. Let's listen. Oh, that sounded fun. There's a lot of volume going on up here with the layers that we built. I think we did some. Did we do any volume? We did not do any volume automation on Euphoria, so I can actually just bring that down. Okay, so we have that going on. Revelation modified through the filter of discrete perspective evolution. Okay, so now we can just add some hi-hats, you know, whatever hi-hat pattern we want to do. Hi-hat 1 or hi-hat 2. Yeah, let's go for hi-hat 1. How about we do that? There we go. Let's do that. That's fun. Yeah, that's really silly. I like that. A nice little pattern just hanging out. Maybe we can make this more aggressive. Maybe we can get a slightly different tone on the snare. But I like the hi-hat, how it is. Maybe we could do the same over here, right? For the intro. Try to bring it up to full weight. That's pretty fun. I like that. That was a nice little pacing. A little bouncy, but not too ridiculous. Pretty good. to just kind of relax to, which is what I'm trying to capture because I am trying to just hang out and relax as well. Let's see what all these basses are up to. Oh yeah, that one's fun. Ooh, that one's in your face for sure. Dub machine. Bow, bow, bow. What if we did... okay, so we can take this note. So we start with A. We can take A, drop it in the crushed pulse bass. So we have... Let's do it up here. Create note. Oh, sure. We can do that. What if we do... But how about we do that instead? What if we make it even more ridiculous? Then we can mute this for now. Okay, what if we drag this out here? And then we drop it down an octave. And we take Revelation, we make that quiet for now. We take Euphoria, we make that quiet for now. Let's actually make that shorter. What if we do this? We have that going on. So we have our bass lines here. And then we can have, what would be a good thing to follow that up with? The dub machine, maybe we can work on that. Let's do, I gotta do this one because I don't have a mouse that actually does the thing. It just kind of does the thing. Which I'm sure makes sense to everyone. And not just myself. What if we had, on the crushed pulse bass, we go into ES2, we turn down the release on envelope 3 and envelope 2. What if we did that? Make that a little longer. And then we go into the dub machine. We got to go to ES2 again. Very popular for today's whole thing. If we go into LFO2, should be able to change that to 1/8 dotted. Could be fun. We'll add that. We'll bring in the ground to take a listen to that, have that as a reference. That's pretty good. So we have... And then we can have heavy rotation bass again. Seems to be doing a lot of work. A lot of open sounds. We can drop this in the second half of the measure. What if we had it go all the way out here? Go up here next, and then we drop a note right there. How about that? And then we go up. Actually, we don't want to have that open. What we can do is extend this region. And then the next note, of course, I know what it is. It is a C. What if we had the bass go stepwise? You ever heard that before? I think I have. What if we just did that? That'd be ridiculous. What is this one doing? Okay, I see. What if we drag this out, bring on the second beat? We'll bring in the heavy rotation bass for a little bit. Let's bring that in sooner. And then we can go back to Dub Machine. We're definitely playing around with a few things here. This is on just before 3 of 32, so we want to go to C, bring it over there. And then we can actually go back over here. Drop it there, right? That's where, yep, that's it. Drop it there. And then, what's the next note? Maybe we can work towards it. Let's see, the next note is going to be an E. So we go, and then, yeah, we'll just throw that together. That sounds ridiculous, I'm sure. Maybe we can have something else do the D there. That'd be good. We can bring this. Ooh, I know what we can do. Let's go ahead and go up here. We got to press A for automation, go into our smart controls. Maybe wobble is what we want. Smart controls. Actually, I think there's a way to bring that up down here, right? This one. There we go. So the wobble is currently, yeah. Okay. There we go. A dotted eighth note. What we can do is automate, because they made the smart control. Might as well use it. Automate that. Go here. We'll bring this up to an eighth at that point. Actually, what if we did? Wow. Okay. So quarter note triplet. I mean, that could work, I guess. Well, I mean, that's pretty good. I think we can leave it there. Maybe we can bring in something else as well. Let's see. What if instead we take this, we'll go back to the actual notes, automation MIDI. Now that we're down here, we can press A to put that away. What if we bring this all the way out to 3? We take this, bring it to 3 as well. Go in here, change it to 8th. Go up here on 3. And move that back a little bit. Okay, let's try that. That's just fun. That's just bouncy. It sounds ridiculous. This sounds really silly, and I'm loving it. There's just a bunch of funny noises all together. What if we did? We take this. Get rid of that. What if we did this? And then we did that. Bring this over here. Ooh, what if we did this? How about that? Okay, that's fun. You know, that's really silly. All of this is just funny. It's just a little thing. Just hanging out. Making music, not really talking much. Not much to say other than, look at this thing that I'm doing. Tomorrow there's going to be plenty to say. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a lot. But in the meantime, I'm just going to hang out. Ba. What if the ba was somewhere else? What if the ba was wah? What if the ba was wah? Then what? Then what would we do? I don't know. Let's find out. That's pretty good. How long is this? This is not as long as this. So if we go down to the heavy rotation base, we want to change our, let's see what smart controls they have. LFO speed is probably what we're looking for. Let's find out. We'll go back over here to this view. LFO speed, 1.1. Yeah, that is what we're looking for. Smart controls, LFO speed. We have it there. We bring it to a half. How about that? Or a half dotted. That is what we're looking for. Okay. Well, I got that sorted. So now we have a bunch of funny noises, and we are on E, right? The E note. Trying to figure out how we want to do that. Bada, bada, blah. What if we did bada, bada, blah, blah, blah? What about that? That would be on beat 2 of 33, which needs to be E. 33.3, we can do... just throw that in, and then we can follow that up with a couple of notes over here, make it bouncy. There we go. What is the next note? We just have a bunch of stuff. We go back over to G next. Okay, that's an F that I put in there. That's not good. Pay attention is what we need to do. What if we did ba-da, and then ba-da-wah, ba-da-wah, ba-da-wah. How about that? What if we did that? How about that? What about that? That'd be even more ridiculous. Bida-wah, bida-wah. Is that what we do? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And then at the end of that, we have that. So what if we did... all the way out there, we go into the automation, not in that, we have to select this window. We go into the automation and we change on the level of the dub machine. We're changing the wobble between these 2 points, these 2 notes here. So we actually want to make it faster, 8th note triplet. Ooh, how about we do 4th triplet? Nah, I like 8th triplet better. Do I like it for that one? What if we did that? Actually, what if we left it at eighth, did it for a shorter amount of time, and then we followed it up because we're on G here, right? We followed that up with just a really long note. Yep, we do that. We do that. Have we gone down here yet? Might as well. Whew. That is in your face. That'll wake you up. Let's drop it an octave. If we go here, we bring this up to a quarter note. Ah, blah. Oh, that's pretty fun. And then what if we did all of that, but we changed all the notes? That would make my life a lot easier. So this aluminum sweep thing, I don't think we're going to use it. Too aggressive. The stack wobble bass, I didn't even think about it. That's pretty fun. We could throw that in. I would like to throw that into a later part. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to repeat those regions. Go in here, check the notes. For 35, we're looking at a C once again. So now we have to take all the notes in 35, change them to C. Change them to C. C then goes over to, well, it just drops an octave, doesn't it? So we actually don't have to change that. Wonderful. Still looking at 35. We need to change all of the notes to C. In 36, we continue with C in the bass, and then we finish off the rest of the measure on E. So we have E, and then instead of going to G, we stay on E. Okay. Ba-ba-dum. And just bring that down. And then we can repeat. Repeat that. That should line up perfectly fine. Now, I don't know what this is going to sound like. I don't know if it's going to sound good. I don't know if it's going to sound bad. It's going to sound, though. I can tell you that much. We don't need this anchor anymore. We can get rid of that. It's going to sound, and we'll see how that goes. As our protagonist develops, we will bring them back into the second half of the piece, the second act, I should say. Becoming the ocean in the beginning, reaching the heights of revelation, inventing euphoria, and ultimately opening up to what might very well be a very busy experience. Hello. I'm guessing you got to a door, or you're saying hello to a door. Thank you for letting me know. Let's listen to this again. That feels like you are so overwhelmed, decimated by your own inner reality. That's what that sounds like. The revelation has completely upturned our perspective, demolished the paradigm through the crucible of introspection. That's what that sounds like. My friend says that they're outside and need me to unlock the door because they're hanging out at my place. So that does make more sense now that you are saying hello to a door. You didn't say whose it was. Knowing it's mine, I suppose I have a responsibility to go open it, which I will do right now, actually. Why don't we take a break, get some water, walk around. We'll take a look at this once again, try to play around with Revelation and Euphoria. I think that'll be a good place to start. And then we'll see where it goes. Maybe we'll play around with introducing the protagonist as well. I'll see you in a little bit. Another hard cut, and I have returned. I hope you're doing well. I hope life is treating you well. It's been nice to have a few visitors, a few people stopping on by. Always a good time. But I do have to say, what are we doing with this song? What is the purpose? What is the meaning of life? What is anything? So many questions to answer. And I don't know if I have enough energy to answer all of them. But at least what we can do is we can think about where we want to take this. You know, just talk through some ideas, maybe figure out what is important, what is worthwhile. What do we do? I think what we do first is we change this rhythm. and we stop repeating it. So the first thing that I want to do is actually open this up the whole way. Get us hearing this revelation in the euphoria a little more clearly in the beginning when it opens up to make room for the second act. And I do want it in there, but what is it doing is the question. We have a repeated rhythm, though we have an alteration in tonality. It's probably, alternating. Okay. So what do? We have to fit this in somewhere. Obviously, we start at the beginning. Every measure, except for pickup measures, start with 1. So dumb. What if we did that? What if we have it on the downbeat of every measure? We open up the chords to follow the tonality. What if we did that? So we have that going on. We got all this intense bounciness going on, which is pretty much what I was going for. So that makes sense. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-bum-bum. You just slow down the pace, right? What do we want to do? Let's see. It goes... Actually, no, I think that's working pretty well rhythmically. In terms of being able to tell what's happening, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. What if we did, well, we have to do this. What if we did that? What if we messed around? What if we were silly? What if we did this? And we go back over here and we do this. What if we did that? Okay, so we have that going on. Let's see how we feel about the dub machine and the heavy rotation bass. Are we using that in the best way? Let's find out. I feel like because we don't have much motion here, this measure 36 should be different. But a was feels empty. So what if we change the heavy rotation bass? We throw it in the dub machine on forgot what the note is. A C again, yeah, because we're doing the same thing. What if we did 2 beats on the dub machine? Automate for just that section. We'll go to 1/4 triplets. What if we did? What if we did this? What if we did that? Sounds like we're tripping a little bit, which could be good if we wanted to. Now it goes from 1/8 down to 1/8, and then it's slowly back up to 1/8. That's pretty funny. What if cameo from the anchor? You ever think about that? What if at 36 we had a cameo from the anchor? I don't know what just happened. Maybe I selected something that wasn't real. If we take that and we go up here, 36. Drop in the anchor. Oh yeah, of course we gotta bring it back up. Delete that. Delete that. There we go. It's really low. Sounds kind of like my voice. Yeah, I feel like I am confused and overwhelmed. It's exactly what I was going for. Then what we can do is continue the line of the protagonist. Okay. What if we continue the progression of the protagonist? What if we have them... Okay, I gotta click up here and then go up here and then check my lines, insert 3, bypass. No, we have that, dry, wet, decay. I don't think any of that changes, so I think we're good. So if we go over here, we do this. Just goes absolutely wild in a really silly way. I like how silly it is. It's good to have silliness in your life. Silliness, confusion, all of these things perhaps considered less than ideal. I'm a big fan of silliness. Okay, so speaking of silliness, what if we did... If we did that, then we get into, I think it goes straight to C major, right? Yeah, it goes straight to C major. There we go. Can we anticipate anything? A B, maybe? But what is that for? Is that just straight to G? No. That's E minor. It goes to a minor 5. What does it sound like? We need to need to maintain that rhythm. Keep that going. blah, 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 blah. Just in your face the whole time. Okay, what do we have here? G, B, D. We go to G major. Da, da. What do we go from there? Did we go back to C, I think? I think that's what I did. Yeah, I went back to C. And then we can go to... And then it goes to C major 7 after that. Da-da-da. Da. Bam bam ba da dum. Da da. Dum bum. Bum bum ba da dum bum bum bum. 36, that's the C that where everything was boring, and then we get to E again. What if we went to bum 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 bum. We can make all this work together. Let's listen to the protagonist. Let's take a listen. That's pretty fun. I think what we can do is actually play around with some automation as well. Up here is where we want to do it. If we go to the tape delay, do we want to turn it off? I think no. What we want to do is we want to go to chromoverb wet signal. When we get to this part, we want to have that down some more. We go to the dry signal. That's, 89% is fine. We can probably make it go up a little more. I don't know. For the insert 3 bypass for the tape delay, we can just play around with that. For this, I'm going to actually bring down the decay time on the reverb. This is where we can do it. All right. So if we bring this out and we have we can have it right here. So insert 3 bypass, change it from here to here. Bypassed? Not bypassed. Just for this part. Meandering. Well, that's what you get being a protagonist. What is a D&D adventure if not meandering? Okay, so we have a lot going on here. We've got our protagonist becoming aware of the ocean, developing and evolving and expanding until we have the overwhelming crucible of recontextualizing. That's the best way to put it. When everything is drawn into question, into focus, and only everything remains, I guess. Everything, or at least a better idea of what everything is. Everything and something all at the same time. Okay. Let's listen to it again. Let's see what we got. Okay. A lot of competing voices, a lot of moving, a lot of movement, kind of fighting with each other. There's a lot going on here. Very chaotic, very unfocused, very much like me today. Unfocused, exhausted, and kind of looking forward to tomorrow when I have to watch a debate and have an opinion. That's going to be very interesting. But in the meantime, I think something that I can do is going to be just taking what we have here and making it more cohesive. You know, we have our protagonist. We want to support the protagonist in everything that we do here. We have Revelation and Euphoria, which are tied to, I should call this we'll rename this to the gate trigger, which is just a meta term. It doesn't actually represent anything. Or does it? Questions. We have our different baselines going on here. I think what I might do is actually trade off the crushed pulse bass for maybe the anchor. Maybe we find another one. I want something a little more grand, a little less lost in the details, a little bigger, a little calmer, perhaps. Something to reflect the pensive nature of the song. So if we get rid of this, if we mute it for a second. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I think if we swap out the crush pulse bass for another vibe, I think this could come together a lot better. If we do that, and then we take a listen to the rhythm and we play around with the gate trigger to bring in the Revelation and Euphoria in a more intentional manner rather than just slapping down a rhythm and repeating it to see what happens, I think we can clean this up a lot more. I want to introduce more spaces, but at the same time, I don't want to diminish the scope. Like, I don't want to make it too small. But yeah, I want to swap out the crushed pulse bass. I don't think that aluminum, was going to pull this off. I think that was too aggressive. So who knows? Maybe we'll look into swapping that out, cleaning up some details, making this bridge between realities, between states, a little more clear, a little more full, a little more lush. And then, of course, after we get that sorted, we'll figure out variations. We'll figure out the rest of our journey for our protagonist. Maybe we'll play around with automation for the effects to represent the experience of growth. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but for now, we have a song entitled "A Drop Becomes the Ocean," and I get to show you, my friends and random people on the internet, what it's like to develop not only a love for something, but also a vast amount of knowledge and even a fair few skills, if I want to go that far, for something that you lose touch with, something that's always there waiting for you. Or at least, hopefully. Something you can always go back to. Music is definitely that thing. Always there, always present. even if you're away, even if you're busy, even if you're somewhere else, distracted, consumed by the ever-evolving currents of our very chaotic reality. You can always come back to it, and you don't have to be the best at it. You don't have to be incredible. You don't have to even get it right the first time. But if you try, if you do something, if you just spend time with it, you'll find something there. You'll find something really cool. Even if that is just confusion. Confusion can be a lot of fun too, if you've got a positive perspective on the whole thing. But in the meantime, why don't we start to say goodbye? I'll mute the basses because we're going to change those. And we'll just listen to the evolution of the protagonist, the consistency of the ground and the sky, the context of revelation and euphoria. Let's see how it goes. Okay, interesting. I know what I want to do now, listening to that. I know how I want it to evolve. I want it to blossom. That's the word that I would use. I want it to blossom in something reminiscent of the concept of a fractal. And I think I know how to achieve that. I'm going to do that next week. We'll take another look at it and see what we can do. Maybe in the meantime, I'll do some work on the bases, try to clean that up a bit. Maybe I'll save that for the stream. Who knows? In the meantime, hello. My face is bigger now. And, well, I guess if you want to see me talk about politics tomorrow, you're certainly welcome to. I think it's going to be very interesting. Some people that I know are set up and ready to be in the chat with me. People who have very strong opinions, and I'm excited to navigate them. But in the meantime, thank you for existing and for being here to watch all of this unfold, wherever it may take us. I appreciate that very deeply. If you want to be able to catch these streams after Twitch gets rid of them, they are over on YouTube. You can find me at Darrian T, Darrian T, the letter. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy your existence. And I'll see you later. After I hit this button.